Hey, howdy, hey, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be reviewing RuPaul's Drag Race All-Star 7 Episode 5. So if that sounds good to you, make sure to hit that like button, comment down below what you think about this, and hit that subscribe button. Come join the Sandwich Hour community. And without further ado, let's get this video started. Alright. So, for today's video, we are reviewing All-Stars 7 Episode 5. Before we do get into that, I happen to have some tahini with me, my tahini, and I figured since Jada has been doing this every episode, right, a tahini shot with one of the girls, I figured I'm going to do a tahini shot with y'all, before we get into this review. So I'm not going to do too much, because not trying to do too much. Alright, here we go. Bottoms up. You know, by itself, pretty good. I get it now. I get it, Jada. Whew, that woke me up. Alright. So we are going to be reviewing All-Star 7 Episode 5. This week, the queens had to do graduation speeches, if you will, for Drag Gale. It was a really cute episode. I definitely enjoyed it. And we are going to get right on into it. So obviously, the episode starts out like they always do. We're walking back into the workroom after Vivian just gave the Platinum Plunger to Monet Exchange. And we get this cute little moment. I do want to talk about one special part with this. More specifically, the fact that the Vivian said that if she had an opportunity, she would have blocked Jinx. But my thing here is, why do you need to say this to Jinx? Say this in your confessional all you want, right? Don't tell the other girls your strategy. Because if you're putting that right out there in the open, of course you're going to make yourself a target, you know? As we'll see later in this episode. And I'm just like, I love the Viv. I don't think this was a smart idea. Really don't. Anyways, next we get Monet walking in. Monet is upset. She is bitter. She is not happy with the Viv. Because she has been blocked, obviously. And Monet, you can tell she's not happy. I also do want to take a moment to talk about this wig. Monet's hair this season has been honestly off the charts amazing. And I am obsessed with this mohawk. If you get into the details on the side, all the baby hairs, like, it's gorgeous. Also, fun fact about most of her wigs, I'm pretty sure so far this season, most of the wigs that Monet has been wearing have been done by Edward Scissorhands, who makes some amazing hair. And I think that's gorgeous. Like, I love it. Yeah. So, huge shout out to Edward Scissorhands and Monet. Because this looks done. Alright, so, Monet's pissed. She's talking to Viv. Again, Monet holds a grudge, right? We saw this in All-Stars 4. So, I'm pretty confident that the Viv is on the top of her shit list at this point. So, the Viv needs to watch out, because Monet remembers the grudge and holds the grudge, most importantly. So, watch out. This was just the beginning, because I'm sure the more opportunities that Monet gets to kind of shit on Viv, she's gonna do it. Again, Monet holds a grudge. Alright. Next, we get this cute moment of Jinx talking about the Vivian. Again, like I was saying earlier with the Vivian telling Jinx that she would have blocked her if she had the opportunity. Don't tell Jinx this. Do not tell Jinx this. Do not tell anyone this. Jinx will remember this. And also, you are more than likely to have Jinx in the top, right? So why do you tell someone who is more than likely to be in the top that you were going to block them? Of course they're going to turn around and block you. Like, come on. Basic strategy 101. Like, I don't get that. I don't get it. I love the Viv. I do not think that was a smart choice. It reminds me very much of All-Stars 5 when Miss Cracker said that she should have eliminated Angina. When I'm like, You already did it. You already voted. It's over. Move forward. You don't need to mention this to everyone. It's not doing anything. You know? Anyways. So now we get to the new day in the workroom. Not much happens. I mostly want to skip to RuPaul walking in, introducing the Maxi challenge, and a new twist. Excuse me. This week, the queens will be given 2 legendary legend stars if they win. One for themselves and one for another person of their choosing. So it's going to be interesting next week to see who they do decide to give these legendary legend stars to. I have some theories, but we will get to that later when we get to that moment on the main stage. So, RuPaul comes in, introduces the Maxi challenge, which is going to be graduation speeches, like I said, drag you, sort of spiel, commencement speeches, short. And then RuPaul announces that Monet will be the one to decide the show order. Again, because Monet was blocked last week, she now gets to pick the order of the queen's speeches. So Monet is definitely going to make the most out of this, because Monet ultimately is a strategizing queen when it comes to All-Stars. Like, she knows how to strategize something really well, and I think Monet makes the most of it, and it's smart. She's a smart queen, like, she always will be. I love Monet. Alright, so now they're getting to the writing of the speeches. We get this moment with Raja, where she's trying to figure out how she's gonna do her speech. Excuse me. Raja is very ethereal with her approach to drag, and she wants to bring that to her speech. And it's an interesting strategy. We'll get to it in a bit, but Raja's definitely trying to think about how to put her own style into her speech, which is really smart. Then we get this cute moment with Jinx and Jada when they're singing. Again, like, I love Jinx and Jada this season. I love all of these queens this season. Well, Jada is just being a hoot. She's being hilarious. I'm obsessed with Jada this season. And Jinx is having so much fun too. Like, I just feel like everyone's having so much fun on set this season. And it's so fun to watch. Like, it's just a big celebration of drag. And I love this season for that. And I love these two. I love every single person in this cast. Like, it's an amazing cast. Then we get this moment where Monet is picking the show order. So she does decide that the show order is going to go with her starting first. So it's going to go Monet, Shay, Trinity, Raja, Jada, Evie, Jinx, and then the Vivian. So the Vivian is last. Again, this is Monet trying to kind of put the Vivian at a disadvantage going after Jinx. It's a smart strategy. Monet definitely knows what she is doing, like I said, with strategy, and this was very much a strategic move, if you will. And I think this was super smart. Monet's a super smart queen, especially when it comes to All-Stars. Like, she knows what she's doing. Alright, so now we get this cute moment where they're going over their lines with their speeches with Carson Kressley and Nikki Glazer. Honestly, I mostly want to skip forward from this because most of the things they talk about are things I'm going to talk about later when we get the speeches. So there's not too much to talk about here. So I'm going to go ahead and move forward from there. We get this cute moment of Jinx and Jada doing a tahini shot like I did with them. You know the drill. It was a cute moment. Like I said, we've been getting this almost every episode now. Or, we've been getting this with Jada and other queens. And I love to see it. Then I did take another screenshot of the Vivian's makeup. Because this color blending in her eyeshadow is so good. I am obsessed with the way her eye makeup looks. Like, I want to learn how to be able to blend like that. Like, if you get into the colors and everything, it is stunning. It looks airbrushed. And I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with the Viv's makeup. Like, this is gorge. It's gorge. Alright, now we get to these speeches. First, we have Monet Exchange. Monet's speech. Monet had some good lines and some not so great lines, I will say. I think Monet overall was a very strong speech. I think they all had super strong speeches. I just don't necessarily think it was the best. I do love the look that Monet has. I love the hair. I love the coat, jacket, dress. I don't know what the word is. Robes. Graduation robes. Wow. I graduated from college and I'm messing up these words. Alright, so Monet looks cute. Also, there was a moment when she had a comb in her hair that did fall out. And I kind of wish she had taken that moment and went with it. Because, yes, it happens, but you need to kind of roll with those sort of things. And I feel like she could have made it sort of a joke with that. Something. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too critical with that. But I do wish she had made a moment out of that. Overall, though, I would say it was a fine speech. Again, not the best. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say for that. Next, we get Shay Coulee. I love this speech. I thought it was so powerful. I love the idea of, like, just being authentically yourself and truly embracing that. Like, screw the haters. Just be yourself. Do what you want to do. Don't be afraid. And I love this. I loved it. Also, I do want to take another moment to appreciate makeup. Because the mug that Shay has is stunning. Stunning. Get into that eye makeup and the contours and all the things. It is gorge. And I also love this outfit. Like, Shay is stunning. Shay is truly a stunning queen. And we do not deserve this gorgeousness that Shay does represent every week. So, gorge. Next, we get Trinity the Tuck. In terms of speeches, I would say probably one of the lower ones for me. Just because it didn't really go anywhere for me. It felt a little bit boring. Again, these are all my own opinions. Let me know what you think down below. Again, it wasn't a bad speech. None of them were bad speeches. I just do feel like some of the other ones had more moments and more movement with them, and this one felt a little bit one line, if that makes sense. It just didn't really go too many places that I wanted it to go. Then again, I do love Trinity, so, like, it worked. Next, we get Raja. Right from this moment, RuPaul was laughing every single second with Raja. Raja knew what she was doing. She knows how to make Ru laugh. She knows how to represent herself in a speech. She truly, like, that's one of the things that I love with, like, not to call Raja old or anything like that, but a more seasoned drag queen. Drag queens with more experience, right? They know who they are. They know how to put themselves into every challenge. And that is what I love. I love a drag queen who knows who they are. And Raja is that queen. And I love that. I love seeing that on TV. Like, this is what we need more of. We need more queens who know they know their style, they know their brand, they know who they are. And I feel like these young queens that we're getting on all of these new seasons don't know who they are yet. And I feel like that's a big struggle that we have gotten season after season. And this is another reason why I love this season. Like, everyone knows who they are. They all know their brand. They all know how to do things. And it's perfection. Like, it's so good. And Raja is really the epitome of this. I love this. RuPaul was laughing. Everyone was laughing. I love that moment when she was just like, and we all die. Like, that was great. It's great. I loved it. Loved it. Next, we get Jada. Jada did a great job. I loved it. It was such a cute speech. I love how she ended it with that look over there moment. Again, another callback to her season. Excuse me. And I think Jada looks gorgeous. I love it. I love it. Another great speech. They all did great. Yeah. This was fairly good. It wasn't my favorite, but again, it was a very good speech. Next, we get Evelyn Oddly. I love this. I love the whole moment of, like, don't be afraid to fail, because I feel like that's something a lot of younger people face. For me, example, I'm still very young. I'm 24. And I feel like for me, at least, I can just speak for myself. I almost stop putting myself out there because I'm so afraid of failure. And I feel like this is something that, like, a lot of people deal with and face. And I feel like Evie did a really great job with this speech. I loved it. Honestly, Evie had one of my favorite speeches. Like, for me, Evie was in the top. Like, I loved this speech from Evie. Such a powerful speech, and I'm obsessed. I love Evie. I really, really love Evie this season. It was such a good speech. Like, I don't have any bad things for it. Next, we get Jinx Monsoon. Jinxie, Jinxie, Jinx. You know what you are doing. You know how to do it. And you are doing it well. And I love this. I loved it. I love the witch hat. Again, like, Jinx knows her brand. And I feel like this was a great moment for Jinx. Especially with, like, the continued repetitive note of the Amsterdam car mishap, right? I thought that was a cute moment. Like, it worked. She did what she needed to do. And slayed it. So, work. I'm obsessed with Jinx. I thought this was a great moment for her. Yeah, work. Work, 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 work. Favorite, honestly, top tier for me. Great. Next, we get the Viv. I love this. I love the whole drunk speech. Like, she knows how to make it funny. She knows how to do it. And she slayed it. I loved it. I love the sloppy drunk bit. I love the fact that she fell over in the end. I'm gonna have a hard time critiquing anyone because I think everyone did such a great job. So yeah, no, Viv knows how to do a character, made it a character, worked it out in the end. Great job. Overall, I love this challenge. If I were to pick out a favorite, I would probably go with Evie, Raja, and Jinx. Those are probably my 3 favorites. Let me know who your favorites were down below. But overall, I love this challenge. I loved it. It was great. It was a lot of fun. Again, love it. I personally didn't have a college graduation because I graduated in 2020, which again was when everything shut down, right? So I never actually had a commencement speech, so I really enjoyed this. Yeah, work. Alright, wrong way. Now we are going to get into these runways, and the category is Veiled It. Veiled It, get it, nailed it, but Veiled It. I thought that was a cute runway category. Alright, first we have Monet Exchange. I love this. I love the silhouette that she has. I love the shape. It's the same thing. But I love the cage on her head. Like, it's a cool way to interpret veil. Like, it's such a cool, innovative way. And it's different. It's so creative. And I love that. I also love the shape, like I said already. I love the color. I love the textures. It is fashion for me. I loved it. It gives me Vogue cover, if that makes sense, and I'm obsessed. I love this from Monet. I thought it was gorge. Next, we get Shay Coulee. Again, this also gives me cover of Vogue. I love the, like, accordion pleats. I love that. I love the color. I love the wig. I love the veil and the hat. Such a cute detail. I love that she said it's giving homage to her grandmother. I thought that was really cute. Yeah, work. I loved it. I loved it. Next, we get Trinity the Tuck. Alright, so it's a train, right? I don't necessarily get a veil from that. And that is where my issue comes in. I didn't necessarily get the category. Again, the train is stunning. Stunning, right? I don't know if that's a train or a veil. And because of that, that's where my issue comes in. I wish it had more of a veil. Because it is Veiled It category, right? So for me, I loved it. Not necessarily the category. Let me know what you think down below. But overall, still gorge. Next, we get Raja. I loved it. I love it. It's fashion. Raja knows what she's doing. She brings it to you every week. You know, just, it's gorge. Work. I love it. Next, we get Jada Essence Hall. This was one of my favorite looks of the night. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love that she's basically completely veiled her face for the veil category. I love the shape. I love the color. I love it all. I love the just lace fantasy of it all. It's gorge. Gorge. Next, we get Evelyn Oddly. I love this. I love the beads. I love the veil. This is one of my favorite runways from Evie. And I thought this was stunning. It was stunning. Just gorge. Gorge, gorge. Again, I'm going to keep saying gorge. Because so many of these runways are gorge. Next, we get Jinx Monsoon. I loved this. I love the lavender on her. Lavender is her color. She looks stunning. I love the purple with the orange hair. Again, contrasting colors. Jinx knows what she is doing with that. And I love the springiness of it all. I love the butterflies holding up the veil in the back. I love that. Just super spring wedding vibes. And gorge. I love it. Yeah, I have no problems from this. I love this. Next, we get the Viv. This was the last one, I believe. I like this. I will say it's not my favorite runway of them all. But I do enjoy this quite a lot. I love the ball gag of it. I love this color on the Viv. And yeah, I really like this. Not my favorite. Yeah, I'll say that. For the runway, my favorites were probably going to be Shay, because Shay just looks gorge. I love Monet. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Shay as my favorite. I just think it looks gorge. I don't know why. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. Gorge. Alright, so when it comes to... Wait, no, we did have another moment I do want to talk about. Nancy Pelosi comes out. This was cute. She does a little speech. There's not much to talk about it. But it was a cute moment. So now we get to placement. The top two this week are going to be Raja and Jinx. Again, I'm super happy that Raja did get in the top two. It has been a long time coming, so I'm super happy for Raja and Jinx. I think this was a good top two. I do agree with this. However, when it comes to this lip sync, the lip sync song is Better in Color by Lizzo. I am a huge Lizzo fan, right? So I'm going to be pretty critical when it comes to this lip sync. And neither queen really gave me what I wanted for a Lizzo lip sync. Which is why I do believe with this lip sync song, they should have saved it for another week. I definitely think Jinx won this though. She really brought comedy to it. Whereas Raja, no hate, just kind of stood there in one spot. Again, no shade. But for a Lizzo song, I want more. And I didn't get more. So for me, this lip sync did not do what it needed to do. However, in the end, RuPaul does decide that Jinx did win. So again, congratulations to Jinx. She gets $10,000 and gets to give out the Platinum Plunger. And next week, we will get to find out who Jinx and Raja give their extra stars to. Alright, so this is my theory. I definitely think Raja is going to give her extra star to Evie. So I think Evie will finally be getting a legendary legend star. And I'm going to be very curious to see who Jinx gives it to. I could see it maybe being Monet or maybe Jada. I don't know. I'll be curious to see who Jinx gives it to. Let me know who you think it's going to be down below. But definitely one of the stars is going to go to Evie. And we'll have to see who else gets it. Anyways. So now we get to this plunger moment. Jinx does decide to give the plunger to the Viv. Again, like I said earlier on in this video, I think it was a dumb idea for the Viv to say that she would have blocked Jinx. Why do you need to say that? You're putting a huge target on her back. And I don't necessarily think the Viv would have gotten it had she not said anything. So again, not a smart idea from the Viv. I love the Viv. Not a smart idea to put that out there. So, that does bring me to the end of my review. Next week, the Viv has been plunged, so she cannot get any legendary legend stars. Baby. But, that does bring me to the end of my review. Next week is going to be a Y2K girl group challenge, so that's going to be really cute. I'm excited to see who will do well. Right off the bat, I'm excited to see Evie. I'm excited for Viv. I'm excited for Jinx. I'm excited for a lot of these queens. I think it's going to be a really fun challenge. And I cannot wait to review it with y'all. That does bring the end of my video though. Make sure to like this video if you liked it. Comment down below what you thought about this episode. And share it on social media. Come join the Amateur Hour community. Hit that subscribe button. Also follow me on my other social medias. Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Amateur Hour. You can always DM me over there. And talk about the episodes or other videos you would like to see. While my voice is going. Alright, like, share, comment, subscribe. I will see y'all later. Bye!